Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, What the Beck. It's the 19th. Here's baby. Bum-ba-da-da. Very, very interesting. So, today, unfortunately, but fortunately, I have been forced to lock in. I was born to knit, and I was forced to lock in. Basically, I'm the secretary of the commission I'm on for like LGBT events and stuff in my county, and I'm having a responsibility. There's only one responsibility of it. I don't even like act as the secretary in the meetings. I'm just like the reporting secretary, so I have to write a report on everything we did this year, and we did so much, and it's taking me a while, but I have to lock in. I have like 2 pages of content so far. I'm letting myself I don't want to say I'm letting myself complain. I'm letting myself drag my feet, but I'm also in the back of my head knowing like the sooner I get it done, the sooner I get to work on my projects. And I put my like second sleeve on the DPNs today, and I want to work on that because I want it to be done, because I have 5 days until Christmas, and if I want to block it, I need to at least finish it on the night of Christmas Eve, right? Anyway, so I'm gonna work on this, and I will get back to you when it is knitting time. It's the next day. I finished my work and I went straight to bed. I got my little report thing done. I actually submitted like a draft first, and they were like, "Beck, this is great, but there's so much. We only have 2 pages of space." So I actually got to like pare it down, which was nice because then I only had to proofread half of what I did basically. But it's all done. I took off of work the 23rd and 24th, and I have off on the 25th automatically. So I'm on my little break here. So I have like a 5-day break. I went and I got my hair cut. It's a little, I don't know. I don't like it as much as the other one, but I figure once I shower and fluff it up, it'll be better. I'm still like leaking little hairs everywhere. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do for Vlogmas, because I really just want to get my sweater done, but I'm like, I don't want you to just have to watch 4 more videos of me working on the same sweater. So maybe I'll intersperse some fun events in there. I think we're planning to go to like a train garden, and my husband and I need to bake some cookies for a cookie exchange that he's doing at work. So we're gonna need to do that at some point. So maybe I'll film a clip of that. When it comes to my sweater, I think I already updated you that I finished one of the sleeves. I worked on it up until the point where I would need to add the ribbing for the cuff, and then I cut the yarn because I only have this tiny little bit left, and it's not going to be enough for the whole sleeve. So I'm going to see how far I get with this, and then see if I have a dupe upstairs, because I know I don't have any more of this specific yarn upstairs. And then I'll do the ribbing of the bottom, what is it called? Like the waistline and the arm cuffs. I'm going to do them in whatever like dupe I get. That way the body, or like the main part of the sleeve with all the cables and stuff, is mostly the original yarn, and then I don't know, I'm just having to be hopeful that the color will match decently. But the idea was that if this is enough to get to the end, it would cut off before the ribbing, and then if the ribbing's a slightly different color, maybe it'll look intentional. I don't know. We'll see. I'm also not necessarily opposed to unraveling this part to then use this yarn to make the sleeve, and then do this part in another red, it was just that that was the first, like, this is the cast on edge. So I'm like, do I really want to do that? Because I'd have to, like, hand unpick some of it anyway. Whatever. Let's just get to working on it, and let's get to yapping, because I know vlogging is just yapping in different places, pretty much. Look at these cute silicone beads. I got them to be point protectors for while my work is in my bag. And right now there's one on each of the DPNs. I was considering switching back to the circular needle, but I was a little bit, we'll say, naughty, and I already put a different new project on the 5mm needle. So I'm using the DPNs. I'm kind of hoping I can just zoom through this, because on my chart, like, I've already done all the steps before for the other sleeve, so I kind of like know what I'm doing. I just have to do it. Except if I snag my yarn, that's no good. I'm gonna have to like go over this and like pick out all the cat hairs and stuff. Yeah, I only was able to do, I think, like 3 or 4 rows at work today. We weren't especially busy, but I had to like check some emails and submit my time, which I was a little lazy, and I didn't like keep track of my time as I go because the login process is very long, so I usually just wait till the end of the pay period and submit it. But that's next week on Christmas, and we can't submit it on Christmas, so I had to do it ahead of time. It actually snowed a bit today, which was kind of surprising. We're on like low staff recently because obviously everyone wants to have off for the holidays, so I'm one of the few people who's like in semi-regularly until the new year. And the employee who was sitting at the front desk was like, "Beck, did you know it was gonna snow today?" And I was like, "No, did you?" So that was a nice little surprise. And then I had like a doctor's appointment today, and it like stopped snowing when I had to go inside, and it started snowing when I left. So it was a magical weather event, I suppose. I got my pillow out, and it's not on me yet. Hold on. Let's reset. If you want one of these, I do have a, what is it called? It's not a commission code, it's not an admission code. What is it called? I'm partnering with Volari, so if you would like a pillow, I do have a code that you can purchase your Volari, and I do have a review up here somewhere. I'll put it. And yeah, it does actually help with your posture. I noticed myself shrimping, and I don't want to be shrimping, especially if UHC isn't going to cover my care. I got a little bit of an update on that today as well. So apparently my request for treatment was denied for 2 reasons. One, I haven't shown any improvement since starting treatment, which is false. And 2, I've improved enough that I don't need treatment anymore. And I'm like, which one is it? And I called the like office for the insurance, and they're like, I don't understand this. I don't get it. And then they transferred me to someone else, and that person said that she wouldn't give me the documents that I'm legally allowed to request when it comes to my claim being denied. Anyways, that was not fun, but you know, just another step in the journey of trying to fix my back and neck, which I was actually just thinking, like, before I knew that they had denied my, like, claim renewal or whatever, I was thinking, like, wow, I'm so glad I started coming here and getting, like, chiropractic work done, because it's helped me a lot, and I don't have constant pain anymore, and the pain I do have is occasional and much lower, like, actual pain level of, like, hurt. I was like, wow, I'm so grateful that I decided to actually go to that first appointment after I did my, like, initial check-in, check-up thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I could maybe go more often than once a month. Like, my husband has offered to cover some of rent so I don't have to skip as many as I should be going to, which is very sweet of him, but I just want the insurance company to do their job. Yeah, I don't, this project has taught me that I don't think I want to do a fully cabled adult size sweater again. I might do it for, like, a baby. I don't even know if I would consider doing it for a child, but it's just so intense. And I guess if they were all the same cable, like if it was all a 6-stitch wide and you always put the first 3 behind and it's just twists and it was just a repeat of that, maybe I could probably do that. But it's so intense to just constantly be checking on the twist direction and how many goes in front of the other ones. I did, like, get to a point in the pattern once I had, like, pretty much finished the other sleeve. I was checking the pattern just to see, like, okay, is there any specific instructions before the ribbing? And I was, like, looking at the pattern reviews and, like, the pictures that people posted, and I saw some that were like, this is totally doable by a beginner, but you have to be very patient. And I was like, yes you do, because it's not necessarily difficult, it's just some parts are fiddly and some parts you have to, like, double triple check that you're doing things in the correct order. But I like it. It's been fun, and it's definitely, like, a fan favorite. Like, whenever I post a picture of this whip, my mom loves it. All my Facebook friends are very excited about it. The vlog that I posted with this as the thumbnail actually got, like, more views than the other recent ones, so YouTube audience likes it. I do have some, like, YouTube partner news, kind of, sort of. So I checked my creator dashboard today, and I have made 89 cents in the past few days just from YouTube. And I think that's very nice, and I'm very hopeful, because like I just said, I only had it turned on for a few days, and I haven't had any, like, banger videos come out since then, but I know that people like tutorials, and I know that people like blanket and clothing patterns. So even though I really like designing amigurumi and plushies and stuff, I do also want to design clothes and things and then do some videos about it. So I'm like, okay, if I think of some designs and get them going in the new year, I could actually make a decent little bit of money from YouTube, and that would be so nice, because that's one of my, like, big dreams of, like, when I was little baby 13-year-old Beck watching Minecraft videos every day after school. I wanted to be a YouTuber so bad. Now I am. Need to make sure I cross this off properly so I know where I am and I don't get confused. I also recently joined a sock knitting like focused group on Facebook, and I'm very inspired. I know I said in the other Vlogmas video that once I finished my mom's socks, I was like gonna be done with socks for a while. But since it's been cold, I've been wearing my hand knit socks because they're made of wool and they're very warm. But I realized that the ones that I have are pretty big. I guess I was scared when I made them that it wouldn't, like, I don't know, I guess I was worried that they would be too small or like too tight. But like stuff stretches over time, especially if it's knitted. So I really shouldn't have been that worried about that. But I do have some really nice, pretty sock yarns in my stash, so maybe after the sweater, I can make some nice socks for myself, using some inspiration from that group. I might like to try making some colorwork socks because I haven't done that before. I've only made plain socks with like one color at a time, and like they're multicolor, but it's because the yarn is striped or like dyed that way. So I want to try the different methods of, like, I don't even know if I would attempt doing intarsia on a sock, but like carrying the floats. Is that called mosaic? I'm not entirely sure because I don't know as much about knitting as I do like crochet. But I'm definitely interested in like upgrading my socks because my like synthetic socks are wearing out, and I keep my clothes until they die. If it's something like socks or like t-shirts, I'll keep it till it's got holes, and then I patch it, and then that breaks, and then I patch it, and then I'm like, okay, that's it. But for like socks, it's really difficult because I have like a sensory sensitivity with my feet where I always need the socks to be pulled all the way up. I can't stand having anything bunched up in the toe portion of my shoe. And I've always been like that since I was a kid. I would like make my mom put my sock on over and over again until it fit like the feeling that I needed to have. So I'm trying to take that into account when I'm like making my socks for myself, that like, okay, if you're gonna be pulling them up and it's gonna stretch, the heel is here and not where the heel actually is. I don't know if you could see that. Sorry for the weird angle. I'm like, I need to figure out a pattern for myself to use to like keep on hand for different types of yarn. Because the sock pattern I used for my mom's was actually pretty great. It had a bunch of different like size options and stuff. I might try that one and see how it turns out if I make it in a smaller size. But yeah, I don't know. I want to experiment with stuff. I want to make my own patterns, and I want to make my own patterns for socks and like everything else ever. Here comes baby. Baby's like plotting to eat my leftovers that are on the table. Where's my cable needle? It was hiding underneath the pattern. But yeah, if you're like somewhat of a beginner and you're not sure if you want to try something with cables, I would say literally just make a swatch and practice some of them. They're not that difficult. Like, you might not be able to see very well here. I'll try to zoom in. But like, you just take some and tell them I'm not working on you till later, and you put them away, and then you take these other ones and you're like, you guys get to skip in line ahead of those guys. And then you just knit them like regularly. So like this is like the Disney Fast Pass or Genie Plus of knitting, right? Those two got to go first, and now these three had to wait even longer because they can't afford Genie Plus. But it makes a pretty cable, so it's fine. And that's all it is, really. Just pulling some in front of the others and some behind the others, and then that's pretty much it. Baby's trying to eat the potato knishes. Stop it. I think that's all I have for today. I'm gonna go stop baby from trying to lick up all my ketchup. And I will see you in another video. Bye!